Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Lance, and this is Real Talk here on the Family Vibes 5 YouTube channel. I believe this video is going to be really hard for me. The first episode here of Real Talk. Because it touches on parenting, being a single parent with depression, anxiety, PTSD. I'll just being a parent in general. We all want to be different than our parents. We all want to be better than our parents. We want to show our kids undying and everlasting love. We want to show them the world. We want to show them truth and honesty and everything. But being a single parent is really fucking hard. Being a single parent is one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. It's one of the scariest things that I've ever had to endure at all. As many of you guys know, I live with persistent depressive disorder, anxiety, and PTSD for the things that's happened to me in my past. Living with depression and being a single parent is filled with a lot more stress than many people would actually know. To those out there that are struggling with depression, anxiety, PTSD, and are single parents and doing a great job, I commend you for that. It's really hard being a single parent, even if you don't have depression or anything. But it's harder when you do, because you're locked up in your head quite a bit. You're locked up in this fantasy world that you've built around your depression, your anxiety, or PTSD. I've said this many times. My kids have saved me from myself. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Emily. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Cash and Olivia. And I wouldn't be here today because of Ray. It's just simple. They came at the right times in my life, and I would never, ever change anything that they've given me. Their undying love, the gratitude toward what I give them, but for me, it's not enough. I battle with really bad anger issues. I battle with really bad depression, and I'm locked up in my own head a lot. I swear, I carry on. At times, I feel like I demean my own kids. I don't mean to. I never have meant to be a destructive force in my kids' life like their mother, or at least the middle two kids' mother. I never intended to be this way. I never intended to be the asshole that my father was to me. I never intended to be this hurricane of sadness and anxiety and anger and everything that's built up inside. I never once thought I would be this way. I always wanted to be better than my parents. I always wanted to show more love than anger, than sadness. But the reality here is I can't until I get healthy myself. And I struggle with that every day. I can't give my kids everything they want. I've never been able to. I fail because of my decisions. And a lot of the times I feel I failed as a parent because of that. There was times when my kids were younger, they probably were scared of me because of the way I acted, especially with Emily. I relive these haunting nightmares again and again and all the time. No matter what I do, I can't get away from it. I'm in therapy now, and I'm trying to release this anger and anxiety in me that I've been holding on to for 30 plus years. And I honestly don't tell my kids I love them enough. I don't tell my kids how proud they make me every day. You know, my therapist told me I should tell my kids this in person, but there's no way I can. They do need to hear it, and I really want to tell them, and it's really hard for me. As you can see now, it's hard for me to do this video. It's it's hard in general to break back or peel back the facade of anger and disdain for everything else in your life when you have kids. And my kids make me so proud. Emily especially, she's the shit I put her through and her mom through, and she still loves me, and I don't tell her I love her enough. Cash and Liv, I don't tell them enough how much I love them. It's really hard for me to show love physically to people because it's always been hard for me. I've tried, and just hugging them and stuff. I know that goes a long ways, but it's really hard for me. I don't like being touched. I don't. It's like out of my comfort zone. Even though they're my own kids and they should be loved and adored and showed with hugs and kisses on the forehead and just tell them how proud I am, but it's really hard for me to tell. My mom told me she loved me a lot when I was younger, but that was mixed in with spite and hate to she did her she did she was always there. And you know, it was left back then it was left us up to us to teach ourselves how to love and get over things because parenting was different back in the 80s and 90s than it is today. Today is more love based and more showing your kids they can do anything because today there's so many possibilities for our children. But it's just really hard for me to show love, to tell my kids I love them because all the stupid things I've done and all the hate I've given the world, and I've tried to change that over the last couple of years. I always show and tell people, you know, always be the love, compassion, and kindness in the world. Show joy in every moment because we are here. We are on gifted time. But I still can't. It's hard. I don't remember the last time I told my kids I loved them and then hugged them. None of them. Well, besides Ray, I show him so much love because he's my youngest and he's the last kid I'll be able to have. And I think it's unfair to my other three kids that I show so much love to Ray. But I keep telling myself my kids know that I love them. So I don't never give up on them. They're my world. Without them I wouldn't be here. So there wouldn't be a world right now if they weren't here. It's just really tough. And I'm hoping at one point I get to the point where I can tell them this in person, and then I can tell them that how much they mean to me, and the world is basically at their feet, and they can do anything they want to. You know, Liv keeps telling me she wants to be a baker, she wants to be a doctor, she wants to be all this stuff, and I know she can do that because she can put her mind to anything and get it done. Cash is always the wild card. Cash is an amazing, amazing boy. Sometimes I feel my inadequacies are are ruining his childhood. To be honest with you, Cash is so much like me. He's so intuitive to other people's feelings and the situations around him, and it really affects him. And he does things that really irk me, that really anger me, that push my buttons every day. But I really need him to know how much he means to me and how much I love him. He's my oldest boy. I'm so proud of everything that he's come through, and he's still this wonderful, loving, and caring boy. He takes such good care of his younger brother. He cares about people. Sometimes he doesn't show it the right way. Sometimes he lashes out and he's angry and spiteful, but underneath it all, he's scared. He wears his heart on his sleeve. And knowing that myself, it's really hard to find your place in this world and be so caring and compassionate. Olivia, she is a dream. She is an amazing girl with such an amazing smile and outlook on life. She's been hurt too much by the person who should have loved her the most. And every day I'm trying to make up for that, and it's losing ground because I can't seem to get out of my own fucking head to actually show her that no matter what, there's at least one person in this world that loves her unconditionally and will never stop loving her. You know, and Emily's my oldest, and her life is changing, and she's getting ready for college, and she's to that point in life where she's going to be starting her own family at some point, and that's both scary and wonderful because I want her to know that no matter what happens, no matter what she goes through, that she always can make it through because she is this beautiful, caring, and wonderful woman. She's not a girl anymore. She's a woman, and she's so amazing. I don't remember the last time I hugged her or told her I loved her. You know, we knock heads quite a bit because we are very similar to one another, and the fact that, you know, the way we are, I don't know. This is really, really hard for me. Really, really hard. And you know, then there's Ray, and he is this wonderfully gifted and smart and rambunctious little kid. She's gonna be 2 years old in December, and I can't believe that. It's wonderful. It's an amazing feeling to have kids of all ages, and they teach me things each and every day. They teach me that love is endless, love is everywhere, and that no matter how crappy stuff gets and how far you go down the rabbit hole, there's always a way out because they're always there waiting for you. Your kids are amazing. Amazing. And I really wish I could tell these guys how much I love them and how much they mean to me each and every day, but like I said, it's really hard for me to do that. Probably because I don't love myself as much as I should, or I don't feel like I deserve to be loved because of all the crap I put everyone through, and it's I honestly don't know why I'm making this video, to be honest with you. I don't know why I'm doing this, crying and ugh. But I needed to get this out because it's been keeping me up at night. It's been keeping me back from where I need to go. These kids are amazing. Amazing kids. You know, making a video like this kind of puts you at the forefront of people's hate. Because they're like, you know, you can't allow your depression, you can't allow your anger to get the best of you. That you're a parent, you need to buck up, you need to man up, or whatever the hell they say. You need to do better, but they don't realize that depression is really hard for somebody to overcome. Even with therapy, even with medications, even with anything that they give you, your anger's still there. You're just burying it deeper and deeper and deeper below the pills and below everything. And therapy helps and helps you get out all the angst and your hate towards yourself so you can start loving yourself. Because if, like I said, if you don't love yourself, you can't love somebody else. Truthfully and honestly, you have to be able to love yourself to love others. And at a lot of points in my life, I don't think I loved myself, or I still don't love myself enough to show the love and adoration toward my kids. I need to tell them more how much I care for them and how much I love them and believe in them and know that this world is scary, yet they can bring so much light to it. Just like you can tell your kids, your grandkids, your nieces and nephews, you know, we all grew up in different years, in different days, in different times, and we went through different trials and tribulations, way different than what the kids go through these days. The world is a scary place right now. Everything is in disarray, and I feel we are a planet and a people built on fear. We're always shown the bad things in the world. We're always shown what not to do. But in all honesty, underneath everything, there's so much beauty, so much joy, so much love, and there's so many people that care about so many others, people they've never met in their life. And they show love and appreciation and gratitude. That's what we need more of. Not just in our personal lives, but in life in general. To show our beautiful kids how much they mean to us. Like Emily, Cash, Olivia, and Reagan. Hell for my nieces and nephew, Tiana, Lily, Malik, and Sophia. Just love I have for them. And how much they help me through the tough times, no matter if we knock heads, no matter if we don't always get along, or we don't see each other that much. Just knowing that there is these beautiful kids here, these wonderful kids that can change the world. You never know if your kid's the one that can change the world. You should embrace them for their differences. You should lift them up and not bring them down. And I'm learning that each and every day myself. I really need to understand that I need to show more love and compassion and kindness toward my kids. And maybe there'll be more joy in their life. And maybe they'll actually see the end as being something magical and wonderful. Maybe. Really, in retrospect, everything that I've done as a parent to today has made my kids stronger and made my kids who they are. But in the same light, I think I've done a lot of damage to my kids too, for all the hateful things I've done and for all the stupid things I've done. And I've regretted every moment, every stupid thing I've said, every stupid action that's happened. It's just hard. It's just really, really hard. It's one of those things that weigh on you as a parent. You know, it's am I good enough? Am I good enough of a man to be a good father? Because I see all these great, amazing fathers out there that go above and beyond for their kids, and here I am just doing like the bare minimum because I can't seem to get out of my own head to do better. I try to do fun things with my kids. I try to show them that I care, because I do. I immensely care about my kids. I care about my kids more than I care about myself or anything else around me. They are my world, and I hear people saying that all the time. My kids are my world, and they just don't really care about their kids. It's their money, or their second fiddle to them. My kids are my number one, and I try to show them that every day. I may not be the richest man in the world or have any money, to be honest with you, but I am filled with so much love and gratitude for what my kids have done for me, and my kids have given me life. Before they came, I felt like I lost myself. I lost the people I love in this world, and I've been through so much darkness and so much hate and so much hostility in my life, from growing up until my adult life. And what I give my kids, the love I give them, and the adoration and showing them how much they mean to me, is what I can give them right now, because I'm not happy with myself. And like I've said that before here in this video and others, and to truly love somebody else, you got to truly and honestly love yourself. I will get there one day. I'm going to show my kids how much they mean to me, and I want to show them more on how much I love them. And in time I will. But this video is not for me. This video is really not for you. It's really for them, to show them how much I care for them. Because maybe one day I won't need a video to do this. Maybe one day I won't need therapy to tell me, well, to assist me into getting to this place. But right now, this is my comfort zone. This is where I feel safe. It's just simple like that. It's really hard for me to keep going on this video. I have to stop all the time and gather myself, because I don't want to be crying so much on here and snotting myself up. But this is real. This is as real as I can be. This is raw. This is me being honest with you, and being honest with my kids, and hell, being honest with myself. This is therapeutic for me. This is a way for me to release a lot of the anxiety that I have and depression that I deal with. This is real talk. This is as real as it's going to get. And this is one of 10. This is one of 10 videos that are going to be coming out here on the Family Vibes 5 channel. There's going to be videos with myself, more videos of just me talking. There's going to be videos with me and my oldest daughter, Emily. There's going to be videos with me and my oldest niece, Tiana, and my youngest two kids. Like, we've already started shooting videos of myself and Cash and Olivia. Like, they're just asking me random questions and funny questions and questions that make no sense. Like, do you have parents? And do you like cats and stuff? And it's just innocent for them. And I really want them to know that they can be honest with me, that no matter what they go through in life, this goes for Emily and Tiana and my nieces and nephew and the rest of my brood. And I just want them to be honest with me, because I always want to be honest with them and show them that no matter what they've gone through, I've gone through similar, and I've gone through hell and I've come back. I've always wanted to be an example, at least for the emotional side, that you can be honest with yourself and honest with others, and things will work out for you. But I'm a blaring siren, red alert, that there's things that you shouldn't do in life, because you don't want to end up like me. You don't want to end up in my situation. And I tell the oldest kids this, and I tell them that no matter what they do, they can overcome anything. That if they can overcome growing up these days, they've overcome so much, so many obstacles that they've overcome already, just to get to as old as they are. This world is one nightmare after another. Even though there's so much greatness in this world, there's so much hate, so much dishonor, and so many lies that are spread every day. We are not shown enough good things in this world to see that every day here is a miracle, that every day is a blessing. And there's so many of us living in fear and surrounded by hate and anger, and it's hard to come out of that, to be honest with you. It's hard to come out of situations where you feel like you are not yourself, and that you are not wanted. And sometimes I think I make my kids feel that way because I'm so lost and full of hate and spite and everything I've come through. And I've tried to be that man, to be the father, to be the uncle that these kids need. And I'm not always that way. I'm not always in the right headspace, to be honest with you. I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. I shouldn't even said that, to be honest with you. I'm not normal right now. But then again, what is normal? Like I said, Portland is weird. Why is it weird? It's just, it's weird because of the people it's collected there. And it's weird because of the family aspect and the family feel. And that's what I like about the kind of person that I am, because even though I don't have everything that some people have, I don't have nice things, I don't have everything I need, or always have food that I need, that I want, or that I need. But as long as my kids have food, have a shelter, and have love, that's really all anyone needs in this world. And they just need to be shown that there are people out there that care for them and that love them, that no matter what they do, they can come to you and be honest and truthful. And sometimes there's going to be tears, sometimes there's going to be laughter, sometimes there's going to be disappointment, sometimes you're going to be sad. I guess that's tears. But no matter what our kids do, this next generation is the generation that can actually change tides here. So we as parents, as grandparents, aunt and uncles, we need to nourish that. We need to feed that. We need to feed our children positivity, not negativity. And I need to understand that myself. And here I'm preaching to you to be more honest and open and positive to your kids. And I'm not always that way, but I want you to know that no matter what you do, your negative actions, your negative words, your hate, your spite, your sadness, anxiety, depression, whatever, as long as you are honest and true with those you love, things work out for the best. Because as long as you're honest, truthful, and showing love to them, they will be honest and truthful and show you love. So maybe after a while you begin to love yourself, because I really wish I loved myself some days. But I'm not doing enough to show enough love and compassion and kindness and positivity that I should be. For me, I am at fault for that. For you, you are at fault for that. These kids need us more than ever, more than we needed our parents, because we grew up in different times. Our kids are different than what we were. So why are we being so spiteful toward them for being different? For growing up faster than we grew up? For being themselves? Why are we trying to hold our kids down for being themselves? This is the age of freedom. This is the age of people actually being able to be themselves. So why are we pushing it down with hate? Why are we pushing it down with our own fucked up issues that we have? And we're putting them on our kids, and we're holding them back from being the wonderful, wonderful human beings that they are. Maybe this is a message to myself. Maybe this is a message to you. Maybe this is a message to our next generation to be better than we are, because we're trying to be better than our parents. Maybe it's time for the talk. Maybe it's time for a change. I know for me personally, change is coming next year. I'm finally being able to move, to get away from this area that's been so toxic to me, so toxic for my children. It may not bring happiness right away. It may not be the best move, but it's the right move. It's something different. It's something new. It's something where we can, as a family, can reinvent ourselves to be what we've been lacking here, because we're in such a small area. Sometimes change is great. Even though I'm scared to hell of change right now. I don't like change. I don't like going and feeling out of place because of what I've gone through. But I really need this change for my kids. And like I said, my kids are my world. So they are the reason I'm doing this. And they are the reason why I'm going to better myself each and every day so they can understand how much it means to love somebody truthfully and honestly. I love you guys. I love you, Emily. I love you, Cash. I love you, Olivia, and I love you, Reagan. No matter what we go through from now until you grow old, I will always love you. And that goes for my nieces and nephew too, Tiana, to you, Lily, to you, Malik, especially you, Malik, and to Sophia. No matter what we go through, no matter if we lose contact, no matter what happens, I love you guys just as much as I love my kids. Even though I don't show it all the time, I do. I care. I need to end this video, so I wish you guys all the best of luck. And I want you all to know that's watching this video that you are loved. No matter if you don't see it, no matter if you don't believe it, you are loved. There's always somebody out there that loves you. You just gotta know that to get through everything. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Hell, I just hope this touched you in some way. Again, my name is Lance, and this is Family Vibes 5.